Hello students, welcome back to Don Bosco PU College Chitradurga, a first PUC biology bridge course. We are discussing a one chapter called as a body fluids and circulation. In the previous class, we discussed the three components of circulatory system. One is called as a blood vessels, and heart. Blood consists the three components: blood plasma, blood cells, and then blood platelets. In the previous class, we discussed the blood as well as the blood vessels. Now we are move on to the a third component called as a heart. The structure of human heart, human circulatory system. The William Harvey. Sorry, before going to that, the circulatory pathway. There are two types of blood circulation we are going to see. One is called as a closed type of blood circulation, another called as a open type of blood circulation. Open type of blood circulation. If the blood flow without any blood vessel, such type of circulation is called as a open type of blood circulation. Best example, arthropods and molluscs. Closed type of blood circulation. If the blood flow within the blood vessels, such is called as a closed type of blood circulation. Best example, annelids and all chordates. The fishes having a two-chambered heart, and the fish's heart we call as a venous heart. It able to distribute only the impure blood. The amphibians and reptiles have three-chambered heart, but here we are going to see the incomplete type of blood circulation. But the reptile one is called as a crocodile. Except crocodile, all the reptiles are three-chambered heart. The crocodile having a four-chambered heart. Four-chambered heart. So the fish's heart we call as a venous heart because it's distribute the blood, impure blood, deoxygenated blood. In the fishes, the blood is purified or oxygenated in the gills. When it comes to the human circulatory system, William Harvey has shown the circulation of blood in man. Then the human heart is situated towards the left side of the chest cavity, protected behind the rib cage. The size of the heart is about our closed left hand fist, which weighs about 340 grams, and color of the heart is dark and then red. When it comes to the vertical section of the heart is surrounded by tough connective tissue membrane called as a pericardium. The heart wall consists three layers such as outer pericardium, middle myocardium, inner endocardium. Then the human heart consists four chambers: upper two auricles, upper two auricles, and lower two ventricles. The left and right auricles separated by interarticular septum. The left and right ventricles are separated by interventricular septum. Between the left auricle and the left ventricle, there is a bicuspid wall is present. Okay. Same way, between the right auricle and the right ventricle, the tricuspid wall is present. Aorta is the largest artery arising from the left ventricle, which can carry oxygenated blood to distribute different parts of the body. So this is the aorta. Then the pulmonary artery arising from the right ventricle, which carry deoxygenated blood to lungs for oxygenation. Opening of the pulmonary artery is guarded by pulmonary semilunar valves. This is called as a pulmonary artery. It is a two branch, though each branch is enter into the each lungs. Then the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava carries the superior vena cava, and this is the inferior vena cava, carries the deoxygenated blood and opens into the right auricle. Superior vena cava is the largest vein in our body. So here what happens? The superior vena cava and inferior vena cava receives the blood receives the deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body and given to the right auricle. The right auricle passes the impure blood to the right ventricle through a tricuspid wall. Then the right ventricle able to passes the impure blood to a pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery uh, carries the impure blood and given to the respective lungs for the purification, exchange of gases. In the lungs, what happens? The exchange of gases taken place, the blood is purified. The purified blood, the oxygenated blood is enter into the left auricle through a pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins. Then the left auricle passes the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle. The left ventricle send the a pure blood to the aorta. Then the aorta distribute the a pure blood to all parts of the body. Likewise, the pathway of blood is taken place in the heart. What the tricuspid and bicuspid valves are there? The tricuspid and bicuspid valve, when they are able to close, the first sound of the heart will be produces called as a lub. Then the semilunar valves of pulmonary artery and aorta, when these are able to close, the second type of sound is produced called as a dub. Lub and then dub. Okay, so this is about the functioning of the heart. Functioning of the heart. A general, per minute, 72 times of heartbeat we are going to see. A heart able to produce 72 heartbeats about per minute. Heartbeat means the contraction of the heart is called as a systole and relaxation of the heart is called as a diastole. The systole and diastole togetherly called as a heartbeat or cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle. When you come to a cardiac cycle. So the auricular systole lasts for 0.1 second. The ventricular systole lasts for 0.3 second. Then the general lasts for 0.4 second. The one cardiac cycle lasts for 0.8 second. Overall, that is auricular systole lasts for 0.1 second. Ventricular systole lasts for 0.3 second. Overall, auricular and ventricular relaxation lasts for 0.4 second. The one complete heartbeat taken 0.8 second. The stroke value. The amount of blood pumped by heart during one heartbeat or one ventricular systole is called as a stroke volume. It is about the 70 ml per beat. Cardiac output. Amount of blood pumped by a heart in 1 minute is called as a cardiac output. It is about 5440. Then cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into number of heartbeat per minute. Then ECG, electrocardiograph. A graphical representation of the electrical activity of the heart during the cardiac cycle is called as an electrocardiogram. When it comes to the diagrammatic representation, here that this is the wave of a ECG. PQRST, the letters are designated. Here the P wave represents the electrical excitation of the atria or contraction of the both atria. QRS, complex wave represents the depolarization of ventricles or ventricular contraction. The T wave represents the return of the ventricles from the contraction phase to the relaxation phase or repolarization phase. Okay. Then double circulation. So the double circulation, we are going to see two types. The human heart performs the two type of blood circulation is called as double circulation. One is the impure blood circulation, other called as pure blood circulation. Oxygenated, deoxygenated. First one called as pulmonary circulation. The circulation of the blood between heart and lungs is called pulmonary circulation. It is a shorter circulation. Deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle is carried by pulmonary artery to the lungs for oxygenation. The oxygenated blood from the lungs carried by pulmonary veins flows into the left auricle. Next, systemic circulation. The circulation of blood between heart and all parts of the body is called systemic circulation. It is longer circulation. Oxygenated blood from left ventricle is carried by aorta and distributed to all parts of the body. Now the blood becomes deoxygenated and carried by superior and inferior vena cava back into the right auricle. Right auricle. When come to the origin and conduction of heartbeat. Origin and conduction of heartbeat. The coordination of a heart is due to the presence of specialized system called as a cardiac conducting system present in the heart wall. It is composed by specialized muscles called the cardiac muscle, which generate the and distribute the electrical waves, which stimulate the cardiac muscles to contract. It consists one SAN node, AVN node, bundle of His and Purkinje fiber. SAN node means sinoatrial node. AVN node means auriculoventricular node. When the heart is initiated, the regulated by SAN node, it is situated in the upper wall of the right auricle just below the opening of the superior vena cava. Okay. The SAN node initiate the heartbeat and set the pace of the heartbeat. Hence the SAN node is called a pacemaker. Then the pacemaker, a SAN node is made up of a muscle tissue which controls the heartbeat. The human heart is called a myogenic heart. Then SAN node generates and transmits the waves of contraction across the muscular walls of auricle, resulting in rhythmic contraction of the auricles. These impulses are picked up by another set of muscle tissue called AVN, which is situated at the junction of the interauricular ventricular septum. Then AVN is transmit these impulses to all ventricles through the special set of muscle called the bundle of His and Purkinje fiber, resulting in coordination contraction of the ventricles. The bundle of His from the AVN and descend downward into the interventricular septum and divides into two branches that break up into network of Purkinje fibers, which passes into the wall of ventricles. In this way, the heart able to perform the heartbeat called a contraction and relaxation. So there are two types of heart we are going to see. Myogenic heart, when the heartbeat is controlled by muscle tissue, is called a myogenic heart. Best example, human being. Second one called as a neurogenic heart. When the heartbeat is controlled by nerve cells, is called as a neurogenic heart. Best example, king crab. King crab. So here what happens? What the chambers are there, auricles and ventricles, these are able to pump the blood. Contraction and relaxation process is going on. First of all, what happens? The brain sends the SAN node. When the volume of blood is increases in the auricles as well as the ventricles, the volume of the increasing of blood is stimulates the SAN node. Then the SAN node able to discharge the electrical impulses. Those electrical impulses is absorbed by AVN node. Then the AVN node passes the electrical impulses to the Purkinje fiber, then bundle of His. Then Purkinje fiber. So when the SAN node able to discharge the electrical impulses, then what happens? The right and the left auricles are able to contract. Then the AVN node receives the electrical impulses and passes to the bundle of His, then Purkinje fiber. These Purkinje fibers able to stimulate the right and left ventricle. Then what happens? The right and left ventricles able to contract. So when the volume of blood is decreases, then the relaxation of heart chambers is occur. The next thing is nothing but the blood pressure. The force with which blood pushes against the wall of blood vessel is called as a blood pressure, or The pressure exerted by the blood on the wall of blood vessel is called as a blood pressure. The blood pressure of a person is measured by using an instrument called as a sphygmomanometer. This device prepared by discovered by a scientist called as Stephen Hales. The blood pressure can be measured in two phases such as systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. The maximum atrial pressure caused due to the ventricular systole is the systolic pressure, and it is always maximum. The maximum atrial pressure caused due to the ventricular diastole is called the diastolic pressure. The normal BP of person is 120 by 80 mmHg millimeter per mercury. 120 it is represented as a systolic pressure, and 80 it is a diastolic pressure. Then high BP, hypertension, when the blood pressure of a person is more than that of normal is called as hypertension. It is caused due to an increase of cardiac output, constriction in the arteries, excessive intake of sodium, or obesity. The effect of hypertension is it harms the heart, brain, kidney, as well as a stroke, etc. The treatment is medical science cannot cure hypertension. It can be controlled in number of ways: reduction of body weight, regular exercise, restriction to the sodium, stop smoking, practice relaxation, yoga, meditation. So these are the aspects to reduce the hypertension. Then hypotension, low BP. When the blood pressure of a person is less than that of normal is called as a hypotension. It is caused due to the loss of blood, loss of water in large quantities in the extracellular fluid from the body through sweating, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. The hypotension is a strong emotion, severe allergic response also. The effects or the severe effects of hypotension are reduced blood flow to the brain, kidney, cardiac muscles, intestine, etc. The blood flow into the skin decreases, hence the skin becomes cold and pale. Lastly, the disorders of human heart. One is nothing but the hypertension. So hypertension above the normal level like 120 by 80 is 140 or 90. Second cause a coronary artery disease, CAD, often referred as a atherosclerosis, affects the blood supply to the heart. It is caused due to the deposition of calcium, fat, cholesterol, etc. Next, angina, also known as a angina pectoris, causes acute chest pain due to the inadequate oxygen supply to the heart. Finally, the heart failure. The heart fails to pump the blood to meet needs of the body. It is a state of the heart when it is not pumping the blood effectively. Then, cardiac arrest. Heart stops the beating, called as a cardiac arrest. Heart attack. Heart muscles damaged suddenly by an inadequate oxygenated blood supply to the heart muscle is called as a heart attack. So this is about a heart. Heart. The heart is a pumping organ, pumps the blood through blood vessels. Then the blood able to circulate throughout the body, provide the essential nutrients and collect some harmful and waste products. So here heart, blood vessels. These are the three components together perform a circulatory function, nothing but the distribution of the essential nutrients as well as a collection of the waste and harmful products. So this is about the body fluids and circulation. Overall, the human circulatory system or a blood circulatory system. So in the next class we are going to discuss one more chapter in the human physiology called as excretion. So in the first chapter we are discuss how the food is able to break down called as absorption. The second chapter, how the oxygen is able to break down the glucose and release the energy released in the respiration. Third chapter, that is how the essential nutrients are able to distribute throughout the body cells, nothing but the circulatory system. Next, excretory system, how the excretory system removes the a nitrogenous waste from body to outside. Thank you.